great.
Yeah. Right over there, there's a rock, a pretty big rock on the ground.
Oh. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I positioned the husband over there in the bushes.
Aw.
You don't mind me watching, Jane?
No, you're gonna get all itchy though.
No, I'm good.
You can stand here, it's less itchy, and we can stand together. I mean, that grass is probably... I'm
No.
kind of allergic to grass, so it always bothers me.
I'm a little bit, but it's almost like it's cut out here. It's actually low.
It is cut there, yeah. Forget about that, because it's not cut in here. It's a little difficult. We need to have somebody come and do that.
All right.
So-
I haven't ridden pretty much since the last time I rode with you.
Oh, wow.
Because the other horse, I went out to ride him on the 4th of July, just for a, by myself ride. And as I was taking him out, the owner of the stable said, he just had his feet done, and sometimes he's a little ouchy after his feet are done. I've never noticed that before, but he was super ouchy that day, so we didn't do much. And then I got the call that he had thrush.
Oh.
He's lame, so
Oh, wow. That must be big thrush.
yeah. And the fact that he had just had his feet done and the farrier didn't say anything, I thought was a little. Wouldn't the farrier see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Well, they might have said, and then that nobody listened.
Yeah.
You never know.
Maybe, yeah.
okay. So anyhow, forgive me if I stink up.
That's
the
okay. So a little update on him.
okay.
I've actually been, of course he had the time off when I was in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure how much Leslie's done with them because, she just kind of likes to get on and peter around with them, So then when I came back, Chase, I got him riding another horse, Ozzy, just a little something different. And so we went back to this guy, and he's just really getting difficult about the canter down to the trot. He's really getting very long, so I need to just do a ride on him, find out where that's at, but walk trot's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're doing here is you're not engaging your seat.
Okay.
So there you go. We need to engage the seat, use the legs, and get him going. So little tap, tap, tap. Yeah, he doesn't need to be one of the ponies on that thing where they go around in circles.
There you go around.
There you go. Tap him again. That's it. And then let yourself sit very tall like a ballerina, like somebody's just pulling you up by your head. This is going to make you sit lighter in the saddle. And when you sit lighter in the saddle, it actually allows him to be able to bring his back up a little bit more.
Very insistent itch, apparently.
And at the same time, also stretch your legs down. So let's see you stand for a little bit. Your pivot seems to be working just fine right now.
Yeah, I got it fully charged.
Good. Oh, my husband got me a pivot for a birthday, so I
Oh, fantastic.
have to look at it. I'm like,
If you need,
well, I know a little bit about it.
yeah, if you need help, it's confusing at first. There's two different apps for it. There's Pivo Play and Pivo with a plus sign. And following all the people on the Facebook group, everybody likes the Pivo Play better, which is
Yes.
the older one.
I found that out. Yeah.
That's the one I'm using. All right.
All right. So stand again, and this time don't push your heels down.
Oh,
Yeah. Put your foot level. There you go. That's good. Now bring your hands a little closer to the bit and push your thumbs into the neck and really push thumbs into them like you're giving them a massage with your thumbs.
Okay.
You feel how that fires up your core. You
Yeah.
feel what it does to the back of your arms,
yes.
your chest wide, all that kind of stuff. Good. So when you sit down, keep that energy and keep that hip forward. We can always bring your upper body back, but if we bring your upper body so far forward, then you're going to tip and not be able to use your seat. So that's the reason we keep the upper body back, because if we're going to use the seat and I'm here, it's harder than if I'm here. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we got to get you bent back this way a little bit. So, yes. So you are standing on that boat. You need to turn the bow to the right. Step a little bit more into the right. Yes, right rein so that he gets over onto the left. And sit up tall. There you go. Don't get into it and look between his ears. There you go. Yeah, a little tap, 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 tap. That's it. Now, when he comes and starts to move his head a lot, you are allowed to do something with your fingers, okay? You can, like, if he's resisting with the right, make him walk up to it again. There you go. If he's resisting with the right rein, then you can squeeze the lemon with that right rein a little bit. You know, keep your hands out there. We just don't want the hand to come back. We want the hand to stay in front and push him in the front. There, now he's starting to get there. Now a little flex to the right again. Tap, push him up to it. You got it. You got it. There, now you feel the energy coming around over the top of his back and into this left rein. There. Good. If he comes up, then you need to engage your core by pulling your shoulders down, pulling your shoulder blades together, all the elbows in, pretend like you're pushing your thumbs out, all of these things. But you need to engage to resist when he goes like this. So you engage your core, and then you push him through, and then you get what you need. So it's almost like for a second, you have to hold your breath and go, and then he gets there and you go, shorten the reins again, so he still needs to be bent to the right more. If you can't see his right eye, yes. There we go. That's it. Good. Now let's pick up a trot. Stay back. Elbows in. Thumbs up. Good. You're not carrying him, and he's not carrying you. Your hands are independent of the rest of your body. Now a little bit more forward. Lazy. Get him on the hind end. Got it. Tap, 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 and then you have to do a little something with your hands. Tap, tap, and then a little something with your hands. Good. Right leg a little bit more bend here so we can get him on that left rein. Tap, and then left rein. Feel him. The left rein is where you're going to half halt, ideally. But if you've got him looking to the left, that's not going to work. Right. So we got to get him right rein, a little bit, maybe even open that right rein a hair. There. Now tap. Now, but don't lean in with it. You open, you have to stay back and push into it. That's it. Push to it. Push to it. Push to it. Push to it. Good. A little bit more right rein. Now you've got him, getting him coming through. Okay? Let your left shoulder drop. There's all this talk about let's get you to bring down your right leg and all that stuff. Makes you want to lean, but it's not leaning, it's just bringing that right leg down a little bit more. Okay? So now go ahead and walk. And we're going to push your shoulder more like this. So your weights, you're consistently kind of holding your weights like this with your shoulder kind of forward and guarded. Okay. We need you to move it. Like that. Like that. Yes. So you feel the core here if I'm carrying something heavy, and I'm going to push my weight from using my left side and pushing those side oblique muscles over to the right. Then you feel yourself engaged. You see how he just went round there?
Yes.
That's just from you
Yes.
pushing that energy, keeping that left rein straight, and then pushing him over so he's under your right seat bone so you can connect there. Now don't let him out of this. Now don't get back to the same thing.
Okay.
Look between his ears. Look between his ears. Good. Now turn your core, but when you turn your core, your sternum, your shoulders are going to turn only a little bit because you're turning your core, not because you're trying to turn your shoulders.
Okay.
You're just turning your core with the left side. Good. So your sternum has to stay in between. Now, if his front legs come a little bit off the track to the front, that's actually what you want, and therefore you'll be like, well, I feel like I have to turn my sternum because my core is kind of making me. But if it's also making the horse turn its shoulders to the right, then you're going to be in line. And you want to be in line with that. Let's go the other direction. Okay. I know that's the way you kind of tend to want to turn a little bit, so we'll give you a break from that way. Bigger walk. Come. Yeah. Walk. That's right. Don't lose your momentum. Think of the walk like the pirouette. They keep stepping through it. That's it. Right. Good.
Look through his ears.
What's that?
I'm looking at it through his ears.
Good. Now engage your core on the right side and say, hey, I want to move. It's almost like if I was on the inside of on your horse and I just, or to the left of your horse and I just pulled his spine to the left. All I'm asking. There you go. That's it. Now the energy is set to go to the left. Now relax your legs a little bit and you have to move. Now you have to walk with your legs. Get that energy. So once I told you to do something with your legs, you let go.
Everything else goes to shit.
It's just impossible to. It's not impossible, but it is at first. It really
Right, 'cause
feels impossible.
Nothing's automatic yet.
Yeah. So
Right.
we have to keep you kind of wrapped there, like I have that polo wrap. I just don't dare do that to anybody right now. It's just too awfully hot.
Yeah.
But pretend like you have that polo wrap there, and just let yourself move. Or if you're walking yourself, like you don't have to swing your arms to walk. We do it because it then gets more exercise. But you can walk with your elbows here, almost just like you have, your wine glasses. And you're at the party, you're walking to the party, and you're like, okay, who needs wine? But you're walking, your hips are moving, but your upper body is still because you want to offer the glasses, but you also don't want to spill the wine glasses. You want to keep them from getting on the white carpet. So hands a little bit closer. Feel that you have something a little heavier. That means you're going to have to pull your shoulders down from your ears and your elbows down too. Yeah. And as you walk through, I'm going to put my hand. You're not going to move your hands.
Okay.
So don't let me move your hands and keep walking. Come on, keep walking. And you're not going to, don't let me, you see, you let me move
I let
them.
you push them down. Right. Okay.
There, that's you. See the difference?
Mm-hmm.
That's you carrying your reins. Or you're carrying your hands without, and I don't mean by that just to lift your hands. It just means your hands are independent of the rest of your core. So get him so that he's turning to the left again. Got it. Give him a little tap if he says, oh, when they get a little bit with their neck like that, it just means their hind end's not coming quick enough. So I always go to the whip and remind them, like, get your butt under, and then you won't feel like anybody's pulling on you. All right, now we'll go into the trot again. Good. Think to yourself, elegant on the top, elbows in, thumbs press into your pointer finger if you need to, so that we don't get hard with our hands, but we keep a nice feel. Russ, come forward with your hips, forward with your hips, forward with your hips. Good. If it gets too fast or you feel like he's getting too long, that's what the half halts. We have to get him going with the legs. Send that energy through. Very good. Yep, got long there. Did you feel him?
Yeah.
It's a little bit tight in his under neck. Sometimes just moving your knuckles is all you need to do. And walk again. He's taking some funny steps.
Yeah, he was.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go take him in the grass. I don't know why. And that's, now that I'm thinking about it, right before we left, Chase rode him, not right before, but a couple of times before, and he started to take some funny steps. And I went, let's go get the other horse. So he took a couple of funny steps.
Yeah, I
I'll
felt
grab
that.
this and hand it to your husband.
Peter will carry it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go get it. Thanks,
He's gonna
King.
bring it to you.
All right.
Yeah, let's see if just bringing him in the grass, but that footing's actually not bad. So go straight out and let's see what that looks like without the water. Sometimes, we did get like 3.5 inches, so we'll just see if he's sinking. Yeah, I'd say he's sinking. It's pretty squishy-washy All right, we'll bring him back and make our way to the grass, okay? I can only check it if I actually walk a horse on it.
Yeah.
You hear it? It looks fine. He just looks like he gets one little outsy area.
Chase and I need to find a horse to share.
That's right. He's starting to look, but then he's got a safari trip in January that he's saving for, and I'm like, well, you know, you are probably better at his young age of saving money than I was. So, but he was thinking like, I need to look, and I'm like, you might want to wait till you get back from that safari trip. I said, by then horses will be cheaper too.
Why will they be cheaper?
Because people can't afford them. Our economy's not too good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm already feeling a little bit of this.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sherry's been playing around, not seriously, but looking at horses, and
I'd wait
the
a little
price
while.
has been dropping.
I'm not gonna do anything till I'm retired and I have more time.
Yeah.
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 2.5 years, baby.
Well, maybe, I don't know. You have to look at it more, but I would kind of, even if you have to get a little bit, I would just look at the timing of it. You know.
Yeah, maybe a few months ahead, but yeah, he feels better out here.
Okay, good.
Energetic.
Sherry just wants to wait till she has the time
Oh yeah.
where she can spend with the horse.
How many days do you work?
4.
Are they like really long days?
I'm tired at the end.
Where's the center?
Well, honey, you can put it over there.
Oh, off to the side, right, because it doesn't matter, right.
So bigger walk here. So look at the energy of the black horse there, Colonel, and just see how kind of quick he moves his legs. Quick, 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 like the pavement spot. Oh, like that. And that's what you want to have on your seat. You just want to have like, you know, we know he's a big long guy, but we can put him in a shorter box. You know, right now he's in a box this big. I need him in a shorter box. And we do that by shortening the back to get the hind end under. Now remember, so right as soon as you went go, you did this. You came in with your thigh and knee, got tight, and pumped with your feet.
I felt it.
Okay, good.
Oh, God, I did it again.
Right, so we're going to instead do the opposite. We're going to sit tall through your body, so that like a ballerina, and you're just going to sit in the saddle like you're on an old antique chair, which you kind of are. And then we're going to get a little bit more connection. Think of my heavy arm on top of your arms, and how you have to, in order, or just think of picking up something heavy, and you picking it up, and you know we don't carry it like here because you know our center of gravity is right here, especially for women. So if I'm carrying something heavy, I carry it here. That's where I want you to carry your hands. Good, but now we don't have quite a connection. We have a little baggie of a rein. There we go. Feeling his mouth is not a bad thing. That's what we want. Bringing that bit back isn't so great. Good, so bring your elbow, just stop pumping. There you go, open your knees, and think of your butt not doing anything. But let your pelvis kind of, and your hips kind of go together. Put your reins in your whip in one hand, and we're going to have you, whatever hand you want. Now take your right hand, and I want you to feel this bone right here. This bone where your leg connects into your hip there, and feel what happens when that leg goes forward and when it comes back. Feel that bone going back and forth. So actually bring your leg forward and back, both legs or that leg, I don't care, and feel that leg, that bone go back and forth. Go ahead and slide your leg forward and back, forward and back. Do you feel what happens there?
I'm on my hip bone, right? So if you rub me off to the side.
So right, not up here,
Right.
where your leg, kind of feel where your leg comes into.
If I were skinny
feel down
Yeah,
here
okay,
a little bit.
That's where I am.
Yeah, okay. So now, as you're feeling that, and you feel that bone, and then it goes, feel what it does there. That bone is going to do the same thing when you allow it to, and you're walking on a horse. Okay? So you want to keep that same feel as you're walking on the horse.
Yes.
All right. So let's go ahead and pick up your reins again, and just think about. That's why they use these horses for physically handicapped people, because they can't walk, and so they don't use those muscles, but if they get on the horse, it does it for them. Okay, keep walking.
That was a nice move there.
Oh, thank you. We've been really working
Oh,
on
it
that
looked-
one.
it
You
looked
did
good.
Really good today.
Yes, little tap of the whip. Good, hands stay in front. Bigger walk, bigger walk, bigger walk, bigger walk. Good. Now that's a nice, there you go. That is a nice active walk right there. Very good. Yes. Yeah, very active. You're actually moving in his rhythm. Nothing in your seat is stopping him from moving. Okay? So you're moving with the rhythm. It's like if somebody came up, you were dancing, you were getting your jive on the dance floor, right? And somebody came up behind you and they're like, put your hands on your hips, they're like, yeah, like this. And then pretty soon you all start moving together.
That's not Sherry and I.
Notice I said somebody.
Somewhat, yes, we cannot dance together.
Maybe something, this is more like a dream thing.
Yeah, there you go. Mhm.
When you guys aren't white people.
Yeah.
You have rhythm, right.
Uh-huh.
Elbow down. Now, yeah, let your legs come off the horse. That's it. When your legs come off, and we think that we look like chickens when we're doing this, but the only time we look like chickens is when our chicken wings come away from the horse. Yeah. Good. Keep it walking. You got it. That's it. And then just ask for a little bend with that left leg, but keep it walking. There you go. And shorten your reins again.
Jane, I like coming out here just to hear all your analogies. That's great. It's great.
The most interesting part.
Uh,
Oh, yeah. Sometimes
Lots of
I come up
fun.
with- I say one that I had said a long time ago. Oh my God, I remember when and some are quite inappropriate.
oh.
Those are the ones that people remember.
And it's all recorded.
Yeah. So can you take that leg now? So that's nice. I like that energy. Now with a bending leg, it's almost has to be, there's so many different things to do with your leg. And what you're doing with him to get him going is the right thing right now. Can you then add another thing with your left leg? And this is the pushing the beans to the right side. Left leg push in, push those beans over. That's not a kick this time. Push, knees open, push his beans over to the right. And then relax it, push away. So it's a more of a push in. You feel it coming over to the right leg?
Yes.
Yeah. And then you can keep going doing your thing too. He may come back to your left leg, and then you're just going to push him back over again.
I was looking at a dressage saddle on Facebook Marketplace, and it had a measurement of the tree. It was 5 inches. I'm measuring this saddle at 6. So I was like, okay, that won't be big enough. But part of me went, dressage saddle.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard. Yeah. Good. I'm going to go and get that cube. That
thing.
Yeah, because your hands are like that. That's really going to just solidify. You're going to go, oh yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay? You practice on the bend, and I will be right back.
Yes, you're good.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to just drop that leg a little bit, just because the camera's a little bit, the way the phone's set, it's not quite right, and I'm missing part of you. Well, now that's not so good either.
Raise.
It's not a matter of that. It's the I guess I could fix the phone. The phone's a little cockeyed in there, so It's getting you, but it's just not sometimes getting like the horse's feet so much. I think it's better now by adjusting that leg. It was good I was here because the camera kept wanting to follow the other horse when it got too close. But I was able to manually move the whole stand and it would catch you again. Yeah, that's better.
All right, so let's see if this doesn't get you a little bit more still here and feel, and let's just keep the equicube so that the people up there that are watching this can read it.
Okay.
So what am I doing? Oh, is it? So come in. You don't want to strain your lower back. So that, holding that and holding it out like that, and if we didn't engage the core, it was like this, you feel the pressure on my back.
Right.
But if I, hold my ponytail down, bring in my arms and use the whole thing. So we talk about the cords, the front, the back, the sides. It's like if I cut off your head, just blew in a bunch of air. I want to fill up your whole body cavity with air. Okay? So you have it. Yeah. Now, good. Now, legs do their thing. So you just practice on legs doing its thing and your hands staying still right there. That's it. Are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm just not sure if my reins are the right length.
Your reins look okay. Good. Now you're just going to keep going with your leg. That's it. Good. That's kind of a pretty straight line there. Not bad. There we go. So you see how nice and round he comes up? Can you feel his back come up when I engage his hind end a little bit here? You can kind of use your finger a little bit to keep that nose to the right. Just try to take your fourth finger and now take your pretend like you have your weight and your left side core, you're going to push those weights to the right a little bit. Now right leg comes back a little bit, just there it is, and now you can find your seat box. Turn him to the right again. Good, it's like in witch's broom, turning him to the right the whole time. But keep your upper body soft, let your seat move, your upper body stays pretty quiet. I mean, I'm sure it's going to move forward a little bit, but then you can also resist a little bit with that upper body. When you feel that remember that's your defense. So that's your defense team as your core, because it stops the ball that's trying to come back. See, every time he lifts his head, he's trying to stop the energy from coming forward because he'd rather just stop. Okay, so you have to block that, and then your leg is going to send that ball down his neck. So that's the offense. So defense is working, offense is working. Very good. Very good. So that should be so that, I mean, if a horrible situation, if somebody said, oh, you had to carry that for, 5 hours, you've got to be able to have your body so it's relaxed into carrying that. That you're positively using your core muscles. Mark, are you not eating and your brother's getting all the food?
I'm looking
That's
skinny.
very thin to me.
Yeah.
But the other one is like, I think the other one's eating everybody's food.
Yeah. Where was?
That's it. You can feel like you let your, now you say, oh, I have no choice but to turn him with my legs. So now let's work on that. Your witch's broom, and you're like, I'm going to turn maybe even that same muscle that you might use if you were doing the bump on the dance floor. So we're back on the dance floor again. So you're dancing and you kind of go bump, and you push the energy over to the right. There we go. They feel that too. Super. Hard to coordinate all that, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. That's why I gotta ride more. So something will become second nature.
Right. Let's go to the other, to the left now.
Okay.
See how that feels. Keep that. Don't pull back. So as soon as you go, but don't make it about here. The walk, 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 walk. We can't, oh, whoa, and start all that energy.
Right.
We keep the energy. That's it. We're looking him a little bit more forward. Coming this way. Little left bend. Now his nose has to look to the left. So the energy comes to the left. That's your blinker. It says, hey, we're going to turn left. It doesn't turn him left, but we've got to indicate. So, left rein. There you go. Now the left leg says, yeah, but don't fall in. Put your barrel out to the right a little bit. That's it. Good. That looks pretty nice. I think this way you position better on him. And I think you'll see that as well. Good. Yeah, now let's do something where you're going to come and you're just going to change the direction. As you go, keep walking. It's hard to like listen to me and you're like, what did she say? And we just, because when somebody talks to you, sometimes you stop walking and you go, what? And you lean in. And here you've got to keep doing the same thing. Yes, especially on those turns. You got it. He's got to keep that energy going to his head. And then your reins will recycle it back to the hind end where it all started. See here, you can almost see that you've got, bring your weight to the right more. Bring this back a little bit more. Your elbow and move the weight. So then you just found your right seat bone.
Yeah.
Bring him over again. Then you'll see on the camera that you want to push your cube this way and push your right shoulder that way. Get your cube to the right. Bring it to the right. There you go. You want to push it to the left and you need to push it to the right. There you go. You want to kind of point without necessarily crossing your hands over. You want to point your thumbs a little bit in the direction you want to go. But if you just did that, okay, I should turn him, but you don't try to turn his shoulder and all the rest of them, then it's not going to work. So it all has to work together. But you put your hands to the right again, put them to the right, to the right, to the right. There you go, right leg comes into him. There we go. Right leg comes into him. Yep. Keep your hands to the right. Feel yourself fall over to the left. I keep thinking I'm in the way of that.
You're
but I don't think
not.
I am.
No, I don't think so.
But when you bring your weight to the left, you fall over to the left. Be aware of that.
Okay.
Say, I'm going to sit. Yeah, I'm going to stay over to the right. I'm going to stay over the right, and then use your right leg and we'll tap with it. Both legs, actually. Good. Keep that feel. It's actually very nice now. You're starting to get a good turn, a good bend around your right leg. Really good. Good. Are you getting the idea of the weight in your hand?
Yes.
Would you like me to take that beast from you?
I was just thinking, my arms are starting to get a little tired.
Yes. And hopefully the part that's getting tired is like this.
Yes,
part.
yes.
Good job. All right. So let's try a little trot out here. Oh, you gonna test your drawers?
Yeah.
Or your doors?
Yeah.
Doors, not drawers. Oh yeah, he made the door. It has a
Nice.
little rivet around it.
Yeah,
Looks
very
good,
nice.
Mark.
Hey,
Can't.
make sure it fits.
Yeah.
Tell them what time it's done.
Right. Well, that's how you usually do stuff. Elbows in. Get that core. There you go. That's it. Now get that hind in. Doesn't seem as sore here. Hind in. Hind in. I would just now the base of his neck up a little bit more by bringing your hands a little closer. I mean, I appreciate that, but I need him to lift his core up a little bit more. Yeah. And when he puts his neck down, I don't want him just to rest it like he's a drunk on the bar, on the bar counter. I need him to, yeah. Oh, that's what I was afraid of. See, he was so low, and it's like he needs to come up, back to the walk. Yeah, he needs to come up and get up, because he looked to me like if he was going out, if you'll see it, on a diving board,
Downhill.
that he would just dive off the diving board, he'd do a belly flop. There was no stretching and using his core, okay? So we got to get after him a little bit there so he lifts up. That's better. Good. There, now he's staying up. Much better. Good. Yep. Cap. Yes. I almost don't mind his nose out and not round if that means he's not getting too, there he gets too long. Get that hind end coming under. Elbows in. Yep. Good. There. Leg seat, half halt. Leg seat, half halt. Not leaning on you. Get him up, get him up, get him up.
Okay. I don't understand leg seat half on.
Okay, so your leg is what's going to initiate. You're just using your leg.
Okay.
The seat is just to carry that through. So when you're posting, that's your trot, okay? Half halt is to recycle back what you sent there.
Okay.
So if you just do leg seat, he's going to get longer and longer and go around like a hunter. Okay? So we need him to engage his core, so we have to bring some of that energy back to the hind end.
Want me to go the other direction?
Yeah. Because he was at least up, and there's the thing. When they're too curled like this, their shoulders are down, that's not good. It should feel like with your hips that he's going straight out. That he's not, that you don't feel like your hips are going down like this. That you're being pulled down with your shoulders and everything. So before you even trot, get him at the walk better so he's underneath you. So you're going to ask him with your whip, say, get up. Yeah, keep your hands together when you do it. Don't widen your hand. I know you're going to end up hitting yourself with the other side. It's just the way it is. Good. Sit up tall. Now, get your reins. See, right there when he starts to trot, he goes like this. We want that trot to come from behind. He's just getting long on you. Now, practice your leg seat half halt. It only lasts a second. Half halts are not just squeezing your hands. They're also bringing your shoulder blades together. They're sitting up tall. They're pushing through with your pelvis. They're all of these things, okay? So keep them under. Don't let them get long. Keep them under. Those first steps should come from the hind end, stepping under. More up. Keep them up. Don't lay out. Leg. Right. Leg. Leg. There. Leg. Good. Little play. Leg. Little play with your fingers. Leg. Yes. Leg. So you're keeping his shoulders up much better now. Yep. Make sure you're turning the outside. Yes. Leg. Leg. Get after him. He has to pick his feet up. Yes. There. And the walk again. Keep him up. Keep him up, up. But bring your legs down. Get him up. Tap him with the whip. Half halt. Tap him with the whip. Half halt. Tap him with the whip. Half halt. Get your hands a little bit closer to the bit. Right. Now you get it. get his hind end under. So you had it for a few steps, right?
Yes.
Okay. I got enough in me to do it again.
You don't need jazzercise today.
I haven't been all week. And my instructor will actually call me. What are you doing? Because it was just half off. But that felt like you were using your leg and feet, and then I was doing my part, and then you're going to take half. Yeah. Okay, get him a little bit flex to the left. There we go. And when you're ready, let's start. Keep it going. Squeeze, squeeze. Don't lift up your hands. Squeeze, 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 and walk again. Ow! Don't let him out to the walk. Oh, you just let him go. He's gotta pick up the carpet.
Keep it moving forward while he comes down to the
Oh,
wall.
yeah. Because otherwise, now he's flat. He just did a belly flop off the diving board, then you have to start all over again. But you had it nicely. You had this nice turn, and you'll see in the video right about here. You probably looked up for a second, and you lifted your hands up, and you lost that core, and you lost the focus of. I got that because you were bending in a circle. The circle is control. Must keep that bend. You know? We need to hire somebody just to run alongside everybody in half halt while the rider is doing that. And then they go, oh, I get that. Half halt, half halt, half halt, half halt, half halt, half halt, half halt. Keep his neck there. Half halt, half halt, half halt. Keep it up, keep it up. Half halt, up. Don't let he's going down a hill, so you got to help him out. Yes, the rope that actually goes down. Now you go up the hill. It might be a little easier. Super, that looks nice. That looks really nice. It's more than you thought, right?
Yes.
And then the walk again. Keep him up. Don't let him root that neck out. Oh hell no. Kick him. Kick him. Yes. Good boy. And walk again. He's got to keep his head up there. He can't root that rein from you. So there, good job. That's where your offense or your defense says, no, that energy's not coming back to me, because even though his neck's down, that energy has stopped. That energy has stopped going this way. There's no push from behind. And now it's coming back this way. And you got to go defense, and you got to go offense, and you got to get your butt back under. You got to lift up the carpet and sweep the dirt underneath.
I'm going to try one more time.
You can do that. It's every step. There's no thinking about grocery shopping. Every step. Leg, seat, hand. Leg, seat, hand. Leg, seat, hand. Leg, seat, hand. He has to keep himself up. Leg, seat, hand. Leg, seat, hand. You keep that going. Add, play, elbows, everything. Everything. Yeah, get it. Talk to him about that. There you go. He got you. He got you. Go ahead and walk. Walk or something. Get him up, because he's going to trip. I don't like a horse to trip. I'd rather him buck, not so much rear, but tripping, what can you do?
Right.
You're going to go down with the horse. Sometimes you can ride it and come back up with them, and sometimes not.
Or sometimes you just try to hang onto their neck and then you fall off and you catch it on your Pivo video.
Yes, we got one from Zipper.
Oh.
He rolled off.
But you see, as soon as you lose that, and then it's almost like they got you over the barrel. You know that expression. And you're like, oh, now because for a second, or he's just more clever than you are. He says, I've done this more than you have. He knows for a second he dropped. The energy went like you were like, oh gosh.
And you know what it was that I think I was doing was the half hop.
Yeah.
I lost that for a minute and then.
Right. And that's why I need to take a training ride on him, because when Chase rode Ozzy, like no problems, lovely canter, but he's a little bit more up. But this guy just takes advantage and does it really bad at the canter trot. He just roots that neck out, and I don't know if that's because Megan, the acupuncture chiropractor, she said that there was a little bit of like left stifle, and I think somebody else felt that when they were, that he was sore on the right side, probably because he was weighting the right side. So, I mean, I'm not saying there's not an issue there, but I also know that he can carry himself forward. He's saying he can. You want to try it one more time this way? Okay, so get that feeling that your horse is going up the hill like he is right there. But keep him, when you feel like he's pulling your elbow away from the side, you have to resist. So that he's not allowed to pull you, you're not allowed to pull him. But you also, come on, big legs, I don't see your legs doing anything. Yes. You also, there you go, stay back now with your upper body. Legs, 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 half all, 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 legs, half all. Now that looks nice. Now the walk from here. And keep your leg on. Leg, get back to the trot again. He's got to walk without rooting that rein. Shorten your reins though. Got to get right back to where you had, because if your hands are in front of you, you can push your hips through your hands, elbows. He walks, leg. Push him up to your hands. Do not let him bring his head down when he walks. I don't care if it's up in the sky. There you go. And when you're ready, yep, nope. Don't let him get you over the barrel. You're already leaning a lot over that barrel. You got to stay up there. Good. Leg, relax your knee. Push the energy through like you're pushing cotton candy down his neck, and walk. Leg, knees relaxed, and walk. Leg, knees relaxed, and walk. Get his head up there. Get it up there. And walk. Leg. Okay. Yeah. I don't like him tripping.
No.
Nobody wants to go over this.
He's
And
tired.
yeah.
I'm learning a lot, Jane.
Okay, well, I'll do next. He was like, I'll do a lesson next time.
I was walking around in the round pen just warming him up, and he's like, your seat looks really good. I'm like, okay.
Yay. Good. All right.
He's a good boy. So, through contact of a friend, I have a new person to try a second lesson a week with at a different barn. A 20-year-old teacher.
Who is it?
Her name is Jonna. She's hunter jumper, but I was like, just to ride a second time a week and work on my balance.
I
and my
don't, well,
strength.
hunter jumper, that's why I wouldn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But honestly, since I've been here, it hurts my soul every time I go to the place. Honestly,
But you can practice that.
right.
You can practice that with the horse.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
As long as the horse is sound.
He's laying down. I don't. Yeah.
But the thrush shouldn't last for too long.
Well, we're gonna try out this other gal and see how that goes.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, I don't think thrush is never something that's the end
Forever.
all.
Right. No.
I mean, you would see his feet. Did they ever look that bad?
Well, see, and that's
Must be real wet there,
part
too.
of my newness and everything, but I showed him his frog and how open it is. I was reading a book, and his did look pretty clefty in the middle there.
Okay.
All right. You want me to?
You can hit the plus sign again on the remote, and it'll turn.
Oh, okay.
It's more predictable than trying. Well, actually, with some.
Well, I'm glad finally we got the thing to work.
Yeah. Oh,
It was